So we're sitting here on December 8th, 2015, 10 years after the incorporation of Wheatridge 2020. That's the day our articles of incorporation were filed on December 8th, 2005.
The main reason for its forming was to make sure that the city could grow and have a good sales tax revenue base so that the city could continue to grow and actually be a city. There was a concern, quite frankly, the way that the revenue streams were running is that it was not viable that the city of Wheatridge would continue to be a city and might have to merge in with some other community.
At the time, population was actually decreasing in Wheatridge. Sales tax revenues were either flat or even decreasing some years. And we were really starting to hear from our citizens of why can't Wheatridge change as the other cities around us were changing. So we commissioned the Neighborhood Revitalization Strategy Study to help us look at what factors were impacting the city's slump and stagnation. And the report was very inclusive and comprehensive. And one of the recommendations was the creation of Wheatridge 2020.
I went to a community meeting, and what intrigued me about the organization was we were at a time when the city was struggling. I felt like it was incumbent upon people who wanted to make their home a better place to live to be involved. And I was inspired by the people that showed up, and I was inspired by the energy.
I think it was the economic development component that was really attractive to me. Let's help business. I own a small business here in Wheatridge, and I want to see businesses grow and flourish. Just getting the ball rolling on a lot of things. Working on some of the key areas in the community. We took care of everything behind the First Bank building. That's turning into a much more pleasant to look at place, providing some great facilities for people in our community to live. Getting the initiative out there to change the city charter to allow for different height and density in certain key areas of the city. One of the policies that really helped get the economic engine rolling, where suddenly developers were saying, oh, Wheatridge is open for business. Let's take another look and see what we can do, because now some of the numbers start to work. It's such a great location. Wedged right between Denver and the mountains. It's just an awesome place to be.
One of the first ways that we really capitalized on social capital in the community was through the Live Local program, where we would really try to promote the local business community and those local business owners by connecting them with local residents. We started with Live Local Dines, and that monthly restaurant event was sometimes the biggest event that those restaurants had ever had. And then we added Live Local Active to help encourage active living. They get together and do our cruiser crawls in the summer, where we all hop on our bikes and go from establishment to establishment. We do things like yoga in the park. For Live Local Harvest, we've had people getting together to connect over locally grown produce and locally grown foods. So we've tried a lot of different things to help build that community and get people active together.
You know, one of the things that started out early that's such an interesting example of community action was different area cleanups and the block events that took place. We still do a block event every few years. We close down both ends of the street. We bring our neighbors together. We have an email list where we send out invitations and everybody comes and cooks burgers and dogs, and we have a great afternoon. So I think that part of grassroots coming together as a community and connecting with people is one of the meaningful things that goes on.
Here we are on Ridge at 38, an area that's really thrived in the last 10 years. When I first gave tours of this area, there was not a whole lot going on. There were some really great, steadfast businesses that had been in the community as anchors for a long time, but there were also a lot of vacancies and empty storefronts. And now when I give tours, there's bustling activity, the vacancies have been filled, our Main Street smile is a lot brighter. Some of the most terrible buildings, like the half-done building that is now Compass Construction, are restored as a beautiful part of our Main Street. And now it's great to see people out here walking around, sitting on the outdoor patios, walking and biking, and enjoying the businesses and restaurants that the Ridge at 38 has to offer.
There's a lot of tools available. Building a business loan program so you can get money to improve your facade, your business, and things like that. The Wheatridge business has got sign grants, improvement grants for landscaping, painting. Get involved, call Wheatridge 2020 and improve your business. 38th Avenue was really starting to deteriorate and go downhill, and now you look around with the new businesses coming in, people, the excitement, people coming to visit 38th Avenue. It's been such a tremendous change. You know, we talk to other business owners, people that are coming to 38th Avenue, and you ask them why they came. You know, they could have gone somewhere else, and they saw something happening on 38th Avenue.
The major events on Ridge at 38 are the Ridge at 38 Criterium, which is a short loop bicycle race right on Main Street. And then we have Ridge Fest, which is a celebration of our handmade, homemade, unique appeal along Ridge at 38. We also have Trunk or Treat, which is a safe trick-or-treating event, and the holiday celebration, which celebrates the end of the year and the holiday season with lots of activities for kids. Connection is at the heart of community, and events give us reasons to gather together and feel that warmth for our whole community, to get to know other people better and appreciate what we can be together.
The one event that I was most involved in was the very first Mid-Century and Modern Home Tour. The homes had hundreds of people walking through them. We ran out of booties. It was exciting and fun, and it was really neat to see how many people were interested in looking at the homes in Wheat Ridge and to see the hidden gems that were in our city.
When Wheat Ridge 2020 was first underway, we were well capitalized and had the ability to own real estate and renovate that for sale to other households. And we were able to increase value across those properties. One of the largest grants that we've ever received at Wheat Ridge 2020 was the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, and that was over $1 million of funding to help purchase foreclosed properties and rehab them and resell them to help stabilize the neighborhoods in our community.
Partnering with the other agencies to help us revitalize those homes, modernize those homes, and make them affordable for young families moving to Wheat Ridge was key in some of our success.
We also have a low-interest loan called the Home Investment Loan Program for homeowners between Sheridan and Wadsworth that's helped revitalize dozens of homes in our community.
Seeing everyone come together to put, for instance, Right Coast Pizza together, getting that property sold, watching young entrepreneurs come in that were excited about a new project, and having that become one of my favorite places to eat. Really a great highlight, and I'm really proud every time I drive up and down 38th Avenue and see some of those developments that we worked on. Colorado Plus is another great place, and once again you see people sitting outside, you see people enjoying each other, you see the community coming together, and once again it's exactly what we envisioned.
I think it's starting to feel like there's a destination. A lot of the people that are walking to these new restaurants are people that have moved into the area because they wanted to live in a place like that.
We have worked hard to train and equip citizens to be leaders in the community. Our Planning and Development Academy graduated over 100 people who better understand how development occurs and is shaped in Wheat Ridge. Our new Wheaties Academy helped grassroots leaders emerge, find inspiration, and take action to help build a stronger Wheat Ridge. Our first class had 16 graduates, and we look forward to more people participating in the next academy.
One of the great things about Wheat Ridge 2020 is getting involved with people who had such a passion for the community and really wanted to see this community thrive. I made some really good lifelong relationships here.
I've been really fortunate to work with a lot of wonderful people at Wheat Ridge 2020. The volunteers, of course, are amazing and diverse and funny. For those relationships, for those professionals, I'm very grateful.
I think our vision was right. We knew that this northwestern part of the metro area was really starting to come on fire. And what people really wanted is a sense of community. They wanted a place that they could walk to dine, walk to shop, walk to see their friends. And Wheat Ridge really had that because of its location.
We live in our home, we might work in downtown Denver or the tech center or someplace far away. You don't always get to see what's right around you. And that when we had these events and we invited people and we said, please come to these community events, a lot of people were excited to see, really, I do have some great restaurants and some great parks and some great events right here in my city, and it was eye-opening for a lot of people.
The environment for business in Wheat Ridge has been awesome. There's been a lot of growth, a lot of new businesses coming in, there's a lot of excitement. It's such a better environment, today than it was 10 years ago, and again, Wheat Ridge 2020 has a lot to do with that.
If you look at Kipling and 38th, whether it's the park, whether it's the Sprouts across the street, whether it's the development on 38th Avenue and the businesses that have popped up, all of that gives you literally a concrete feel for how things have changed. There was a time when really, as you said, well, I live in Wheat Ridge, you kind of went, yeah, we live in Wheat Ridge. And now we live in Wheat Ridge. Things are happening and the city is growing, and when I mention Wheat Ridge, people go, oh yeah, sure, I know where Wheat Ridge is.
The goal of 2020, I don't think will ever change as far as helping the city grow and helping some of the economic activity and the community activity. It really is a great place to live, and I think it's just getting better.
We are powered by the people of Wheat Ridge. We will connect people and businesses in our community. Our volunteers will shape and power our programs and events with their talents and ideas. And together, we will create a better future for Wheat Ridge.